One question is very simple for all US citizens and for all immigrants of the world and for all immigration analysts who are covering US and other countries immigration. Recent statement of Chicago mayor that I want legal notice. Without notice, immigration raids or immigration operations should not be done. And he is telling, I am mayor and I deserve one notice from government, and then I give permission on the basis of that. This demand of notice is legal, political, or he is creating resistance for US authorities that I am mayor, I am not in favor of immigration raids, and you cannot carry on ICE raids on immigrants in my state or in Chicago. So these are three answers people are searching. What could be the reason of demand of notice, and why this demand is public? Normally, any official claim to senior authorities. Technically, this is the conversation between the junior authority and the senior authority. If you see, the central government is the senior authority, and the mayor is the junior authority. And junior authority can talk by other ways. There are some other channels. They can request that legalities of these actions must be completed and should be completed, and notice should be given, because that is the legal I think way that immigration control on illegals can be carried out in Chicago. That is the one way. But another way is that that telling in the media that I am not getting notice without telling senior authorities, showing some concerns in the mind of the Chicago mayor that he is not satisfied for absolute actions against immigrants. He might be having some reservation in other states, and reservations for some stories he is listening in media, and some past events of ICE raids in which, for example, I can tell you, hospital workers were arrested, and hospital workers were telling that immigrants were injured. We were treating those immigrants, and during treatment, this is our professional obligation. We cannot give permission of arrest. And in conclusion, hospital workers were arrested, and the cases were made, and they were giving a supercharges. The two people came in our way. So might be the reasons are there. I think legalities are there, and it might be only legal reason, because technically a mayor of Chicago cannot do anything. Even he is in favor of raids or he is against raids, because central authorities decide, and also he need to facilitate the operation with central authority according to law. Once the Supreme Court decided, yes, courts can stop, but this is not a state court who decided these immigration controls against illegal. This is the Supreme Court. I think there is no appeal as well. So Supreme Court, a respected courts of America, which I will let you tell, which I analyzed and covered in my channel, they were very fair, and their justice was speaking, and it set example for all immigration world, because I can tell you many families get benefit of immigration decision by the courts of the USA. In these days, when a lot of raids were going on, illegals were being deported, and some illegals who were staying for a long time, and they were doing jobs, they were having houses, and they were having residencies, their children were born there, they were going to the school, they were paying taxes, and they satisfied the court judges that we are here for many years and we will not settle in home country. And they also proved that we are useful. And I think Donald Trump is also talking same sentence to the immigrants. If you have some, if you are illegal and if you have some evidence that you are providing benefits, you are useful, and you think that you are the man who can provide services to the US citizens, your presence in US escalating the economy, and you are delivering a top professional skills, you are useful individual, your family is useful, yes, we will change your status into legal status. He himself gave statement in a when he was talking to farmers, that farmers were claiming that our workers are illegal and they are working 24 hours. Some workers, they sleep only very less time, and they are giving us fruit, vegetable, cultivations, or because of them we are providing you cereals, vegetables, fruits because of these illegals. So please make some rules for them, and they are working on very low wages as well, and they are very useful for USA. And therefore I think personally the courts and justice system of America was being appreciated in 2025 after Donald Trump arrival as a president, because it was being told that there will be crushing decisions, and immigration will crash, everything will shun. Nothing is shunned, only the people are deported who deserved deportation. They were illegals, and some were criminals, and some were not having any document, and they were not having proof that they are useful for USA. And most I think there are some flaws, spaces, mean that there are some mistakes done by immigration authorities. ICE raids were not up to the mark. They were not selecting right individuals, especially in the schools, in the jobs. They legally are not allowed to ask questions to the immigrants. But one positive edge of all this scenario, as far as immigration world is concerned, because US laws are being used, imitated by other immigration systems of the world. Most of other immigration systems of the world are imitating USCIS immigration laws. One thing was very beneficial when deported people, self-deported people, were offered $1,000 reward, and they were also told that if you will apply legal visa, you will be given preference, and you will be allowed to come to US by legal visa, and visa officers will give you compensation, will give you positive edge during their processing of applications, because they will check that your presence was in the USA was genuine, and you left by yourself, and therefore you will be given compensation once again during your reapplication of US visa. On the other hand, when you will be deported by force, you was illegal, you did not deserve deportation, but you was not going out, security forces deposited you, and immigration authorities gave you deportation letter. On that reason you are going, you will not be eligible to go to USA in the future. This is a very good decision. I think many people voluntarily deported themselves, and they were happy because they got $1,000 as well, and they have chance to change their illegal status into legal status by reapplying legal visa to the US. Thank you very much.